Hello guys, welcome back to another Lumley trading video. In this one we're going through TIL. So to get straight into it, this stock is currently trading around $88, $89 at the close on Friday. Now, what do we want to look at going forward? So this stock is extremely overbought. And like we would normally talk about, we talk about those scalp opportunities you get off these deviations, which it provided as a scalp trade, but it has continued to run. And what you will see is this is the fourth deviation down here. These red lines are the fourth deviations. Really, you don't see stocks trade outside of them, and even if they do, it's quite short-lived and you tend to trade back below that relatively quickly. Now there's two ways a stock can do that. Either the stock continues to fly and these deviations catch up to it, or what can happen is the stock just crumbles down and starts trading below it. Normally you get a bit of the mix of the two. So in this case you can see it's moving up gradually each trading day. And what you'll probably see is it'll spike up another few times, and as well as price starts to decline. So again, these tend to be more of catch-up plays. This will also go up, but while this comes down. Now, what are we looking at then as a trading opportunity on a stock like this, and how would we look to trade it? So looking at it right now, again, we're looking at around 88 or 84 to $88, and you can see these are deviations. Now again, stocks don't really tend to trade outside of these blue range, and even if they do, it tends to be very short-lived. Sorry, I meant red range, not blue range. And what we can see right now is obviously the last few days we've skyrocketed out of this red range and just continue to fly. Now, how can we start signaling that we're going to start this decrease? Because again, when we go out of here, we tend to go parabolic, which we've done. So how can we start looking at it short bias and expecting this move to end? Now that's where we've caught up to. So we've caught up to these two anchored VWAPs. So this golden line, this yellowy line, is a 5-year anchor VWAP. So again, it goes back 5 years, and that's where it's anchored from. And this white line, this one's really key because this is an IPO VWAP. So this is an IPO since this stock has been listed on the New York on the New York Stock Exchange or the Nasdaq. So this level is always really key and always going to be a big playable level. And that's what you can see. You kind of hit to the penny and then we started to sell off from there. So this is going to be the key watch, because when we hit into that level again, that's normally going to always provide you a big pullback no matter what. The first time you touch it, we've gone parabolic out of this level. We expect to start trading back below it. So this can be a key reason to start seeing that big pullback initiate. Now, another thing to also notice is, I mean, you can look at the RSI is extended at 97. Again, it obviously could continue to go to 100. It's like if you short when the RSI is at 70, obviously it can always continue to go high. So it's not a be-all and end-all that it's at 97, but it is really showing you that this move is starting to get exhausted. You are extremely overbought using standard deviations. You've now just hit a big short level, and a big reversal level using the anchored VWAPs. So again, kind of just a lot of things lining up, and I do think kind of $90 will kind of be that peak for the time being, and wouldn't be unlikely to start seeing it pull back and start trading back down to kind of that $40 level or below. So again, that is kind of what I'm looking at on TIL. If we do break out of this 90, again, it would be something we'd be looking at way more parabolic, and I would kind of not even look to trade it until you start closing back below that $90 level, because again, this level is going to be the most important level as of now this since IPO, this white line, and again, that's currently at $90.41. Now looking at this, it can be actually quite difficult to trade because it's not available to borrow and has no option. So this is something I would normally look to trade short bias, and especially when it has options, because you can define your risk. In a case like this, not something I would really look to touch. And if it's something I was long, again, the move is definitely getting exhausted. It's a great time to be taking profits if it's something you ran kind of on the run. And if you think momentum is going to continue, there's two ways I would look to trade this momentum. And it is waiting for a big pullback and looking for kind of these dead cat bounces. And that would be trading either wherever these deviations are, which is currently around $41. You can trade the 2-year anchored VWAP. You can trade the year-to-date anchored VWAP. So again, there's just these is how I would look to trade it. We can't trade it short bias, which is how I would look to trade it. So really, it's not going to be something I'd trade myself. But if it was something I was looking for a trade plan on, it'd be looking for scalp longs or dead cat bounces off these anchored VWAPs. And again, the same thing over on these deviations. So again, kind of around $38 to $40 is going to be a nice probably bounce level. The same thing down at 32 and 34. And again, it would be nice finding the ones that line up. So for example, this level down at 39, this would be quite nice. You've got your year-to-date anchored VWAP, you've got your fourth standard deviation, so you've got 3 levels to bounce off. So that would be a nice level for a potential dead cat bounce. Going down to 27, you've then also got your, I believe that's our 2-year anchor VWAP. Down at 27 is also your second deviation, so this level, so again, could be your other dead cat bounce kind of entry. So those are the 2 key levels that I would be looking at if you're trying to trade it long bias. Again, something I'm not going to trade because I would only really like to trade a stock like this short bias, which we cannot do. So it is something I will be staying away from. Again, super extended, so if you are in profit, it's definitely not a bad place to be taking those profits. Anyway, that is TIL. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope to see you next one, and that's it. Peace.